7 years of famine or no food. Pharaoh was thrilled and appointed Joseph as his right-hand man in charge of storing the food during the years of plenty and giving out the food during the years of famine. Joseph married Asnai, and they had 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. During the years of famine, Jacob sent 10 sons, not Benjamin, to Egypt to get some food. Joseph recognized them, but they didn't recognize him. Joseph asked them about their father and brother and told them to go back home and return with their youngest brother, Benjamin. But Joseph still kept Simeon in Egypt. The brothers shared the story with Jacob, and Jacob agreed to send the brothers back with Benjamin. They arrived in Egypt and were reunited with Simeon. When they finished, Joseph instructed his helpers to fill the brothers' backpack with food. He also secretly instructed them to place his golden cup in Benjamin's sack. On their way back to Jacob, they were stopped by Joseph's men and accused of stealing Joseph's golden cup. They discovered the cup in Benjamin's backpack and put Benjamin in jail.
Oh, they put Benjamin in jail. So do we think that Joseph is still angry with the brothers? Yes or no? Raise your yad if you say yes. Raise your yad if you say no. Raise your yad if you just don't know. Okay, awesome. Ya'amod doron ben Ishai ve'ora. Baruch Adonai Hamorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam.
Asher b'harpanu mikol ha'amim, v'natavanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Miketz shanatayim yamim, ufarov volvei v'hinei omed al hayaor v'hinei min hayaor omur sheva parot yasot mar'eh uvriyot basar etna ba'afu v'hinei sheva parot avriyot ovot afrehen min hayaor ra'ot mar'eh v'nakot basar v'jeramodna itself aparot al sefer hayaor.
You okay? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher natan lanu Torah temet, v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, she'echianu v'kimanu v'echianu l'zman haseh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, she'echianu v'kimanu v'echianu l'zman haseh.
Why do you think Joseph did not reveal himself after he saw his brothers for the first time?
because I guess he didn't want them to get angry with him and, well, just appear like, hey brothers, I'm with Pharaoh. I want to help you. And I guess, I don't know, what they just didn't like Pharaoh, so that's why they shipped him off to the Egyptians.
Eli?
Well, I guess, because, all the brothers are, if they got the food from Joseph right away, it'd be like, oh, hey, bye, and then, if he got them to stay, because he was still angry, then I guess they would kind of stay around and maybe notice him.
So you're saying Joseph was still angry,
Yeah.
and he didn't know what to do with that anger.
Parker?
Wasn't Joseph's first name at first? Wasn't it Yosef?
Yosef in Hebrew, Joseph in English. Good catch. And his name is also at this point, something we added, Dorian, his name in this, Pharaoh gives him a new name, Zaphanet Paneah.
That's a long name.
It's a long name, but he's going through a transformation. He's becoming part of Egyptian culture.
I think he was still mad at his brothers, but he saw they were starving. He was confused by his feelings and didn't know what to do. Why do you think that Joseph wanted to keep Benjamin in Egypt and put him in jail? Nikki?
To get sweet, sweet revenge on him.
Sweet, sweet revenge.
Solomon?
I think he wanted to have a little fun.
Ooh, he wanted to have a little fun.
Aiden?
Maybe because the brothers knew Yosef in the pit, and he wanted to see, since they threw him in the pit, he liked Benjamin, and he wanted to see how willing they were to save Benjamin, because Shimon and then went to jail instead of Benjamin, and let Benjamin go, and Yosef wanted to test them to see if they still like Benjamin and want to throw him in a pit like Yosef, and wanted to make sure that they were sorry for what they did to Yosef before revealing himself.
I think that Joseph, he wanted to see his little brother because he likes him more than the other ones.
Oh, another generation of favoritism.
Joseph knew that his brothers would get into trouble with Jacob if Benjamin didn't return with them. Joseph was still mad, and this was his way of getting back at them. Joseph held on to his anger against his brothers for a long time. Are you the kind of person who holds on to your anger? Or can you forgive someone and move on?
Think about this really carefully. Can you stand up there?
It depends what they do.
Lily?
I think so his brother does really mean stuff to me, but I just forgive him anyway, even if he's annoying.
What, I'm sorry, Eden? You forgive them and move on.
Jesse?
It's hard to put it into words sometimes, isn't it, Jesse? Hard to put your thoughts into words. You want a little time?
Zach?
Well, I guess I could forgive and move on, but I just have a hard time doing it.
If I'm mad at someone, I usually forget about it over a few days and then I forgive them.
Wow, awesome. So how many of you, raise your hand, if you forgive right away and can move on? How many of you have a hard time, like Zach was saying, of forgiving and moving on? How many of you sometimes yes, sometimes no? Yeah.